Alright, here you're about to see me do some body maintenance and mobility. This is for the calf mobility, ankle mobility, calf strength. This one I got from Knees Over Toes. It's cool to build the body from the ground up. So this is one of the first things that's mentioned inside Ben Patrick's advice, workouts, courses, etc., to build from the ground up. And so I included this into my routine, and I'm making sure that I'm getting stronger in this. And I'll do this once or twice a month, alternate between more intense sets. So I'll only do one set to max without going all intensity. So I'll just see how many can I do in one go. I'll make sure I pay attention to that level of strength for these muscles and joints. But today, you're going to see me get into set 2, I think. I'm doing more of a base volume workout, so this is much lower intensity than, one set of 30 I think I was able to do on one calf at this in 2025. Not that I haven't been stronger, I have. But, in my training, I'm bringing in the awareness, strength awareness, because I found that most training advice is not precise enough. So this totally works for me. I can very confidently and predictably progress in strength while enjoying the process, while keeping the work as minimal as possible. This is the Jefferson curl. This I got from the founder of Gymnastic Bodies. He was doing a podcast with Tim Ferriss, and this gentleman was showing these moves that can get you 1 in a 100 body, and this was one of them. This move, basically, I don't suggest going to this low or your maximum range with the weight if you've never done it. Definitely start with that weight, and ask your doctor or whatever, because I'm not trying to be sued. But the idea is, in these long ranges, if you're able to build strength gradually, not only do you get more flexible because your body doesn't think you're going to hurt yourself when you get into that range. So now you can touch your toes for life if you pick this exercise up. But also you are bulletproofing your lower back and mid back and even upper back for life, especially in this forward motions where, let's be real here, a lot of us still need to pick up stuff from this level, or maybe not that low, but this is how I don't really do any stretching specifically. I just use weights in maximum range to increase my mobility. As you can see, I can easily go below my toes. I could probably flex those, tense those knees up more, but it's more like a Romanian style Jefferson curl. There's no right and wrong, really. We just strengthen the movement patterns that we do. And of course, just a reminder that working out is a hormetic effect, so it is going to stress your body. So too much too soon is going to backfire on you. So so basically, I do have a system. I know everybody's been asking to teach you much more high-level principles that easily allow you to control your body weight, strength, and bulletproof your body as you get older from breaks, from how to maintain your tissue, etc. It's actually pretty easy if you know the principles on what kind of work add more tissue. This is the kind of work that has more tissue. You see, I'm able to do this exercise for 4 sets of 20 reps. I do rest in between, but that's a lot of sets and that's a lot of time. So it can't be that intense. We all know that if you do a HIIT style workout, if you go very intense, that you probably are going to gas out very fast. So this is more of a base workout, and what base does is build more tissue rather than strength. So you'll see a lot of bodybuilders do this style of workout. Again, they're adding muscle, tissue. You don't have to get very intense. So you can build big biceps with 10 pounds if you do them all day, every day, 24/7. So I'm not asking you to do that at all. I'm asking you to have purposeful workouts like this one with a reason and doing it in the minimum effective dose possible to keep growing and not wasting your life on fitness. If you were getting 20% of your life back because you were being healthier, but you spent 20% of your life in the gym, well, you didn't really live longer, did you? You just kind of worked out more. So my goal is more so longevity, to maximize my life and my body for other things. And therefore, I'm able to do this within less than 10 minutes, this specific workout. I was able to do the other workout in less than 10 minutes. And then I was going to wrap it up with sauna, but you'll see what happens in the sauna in a bit. I did one more exercise that was the reverse of this, which is the most embarrassing looking one. I got that from Elliot Hulse, teaching bioenergetics. And you are going to see me looking really stiff on the reverse of this, and it's because I haven't followed my own rules and haven't done the reverse of this enough recently, which also tenses up my abdominal muscles and restricts my breathing because I skipped it. You'll see. So my name is Agent Zero, founder of Transcending Systems. I'm trying to have 1 billion people pick up this efficient body maintenance routine, providing apps. I also make apps, and my other company is called Time Vending Machines, where I teach you how to build a business that is in the same kind of philosophy where, you're not running a business to do more business in your life. You start a business to do more life in your life, have that optionality. The very rich people, wealthy people, have already done this using other people, but I'm against that. So profits, I believe, don't come above your agency. So I don't want to just build a business where I also put others into a job I didn't want to do so I can escape the office. I was cool with that for a while, but once I thought about it, I realized that's not fair. I saw one example of that today where, this is just how business has been done. I'm not even hating. The way you get agency right now is, you have to really educate yourself in business. A lot of this info is not shared. Everyone's just given a little part of the puzzle until you have to, by the time you're 50 or 60, you wake up and figure it out that, there's some usury going on in the economy. But now, thankfully, and that's the wealth discrepancy as well. That's the reason why, rent or to buy a house, you need to make $100K a year right now. Yet a lot of jobs don't pay that, and people still free themselves while putting other people's on those jobs, and then they get most of the profits. And it's able to be done that way, right? The 10% or 1% has everybody else working for them. But that's not sustainable, It's some of us are getting the short end of the stick, and the education's not widely available, with no information, without the full information. You're not able to make the correct decisions and get the correct opportunities. But I build businesses where it plugs into the things, like this one, these are things I've figured out in the physical world, because you have to operate in the physical world to some degree. But we're not taught that we can leverage what we know to create an income without cutting into our own time. So more life without cutting into your life. That's Time Vending Machines. And my third and final company I'm working on has to do with physical abundance, how you can engineer and sell physical products at home. But that's kind of dormant right now. I'm mainly focused on keeping my body strong and my cardiovascular system strong, and my core movements strong as I age, so I can live like 200 years. That's the other thing that I'll share more of when I start the Transcending Systems brand as a case study for time vending machines. But yeah, I'm saying something else here, so I think I'm explaining more of the workout. So let's see what I gotta say. So last time I did this, it was about 15 days ago, and I did 2 sets of 15. So, and I felt that was relatively intense because I'm lazy, right? So I'm like, okay, that's cool, that was fun, but now I stop. Was it my full intensity? Hell no. Could have probably done 100 if I pushed myself, but I know how that feels, right? I know I'll get there. So here's the easy way to get there. You recover after each workout. You alternate between more intense sets and less intense sets and more volume, but you continually up the ante. So you yo-yo back between volume and intensity while keeping the total work very increased very minimally. So I've done 15 and 15. I would consider that more of a spread out set. We take a break in between, etc. So I did 15 of those and then rested 15 of those about 15 to 20 days ago, right? I know the exact date. I don't have it in my head right now, but these are all locked for me. Now today, I could have went for another base set, 3 sets of 15 and maybe do more, right? And that would cause a stressor to my body to then be able to do more the week after that. But it's also fun to make sure you do like short, more intense sets. So today, I just did 1 set of 20. So again, in most recent times, with that particular exercise, that's the most intensity those particular muscles in my spine when I do that particular workout has seen in a while. So regardless, that's a personal record in recent time. But when you're coming from a base of 2 sets of 15 2 weeks ago, when you time these frequencies right, it's almost the same effort. So this is how you can maintain, get stronger as you age, even putting in about 30 minutes or less per day, because muscles stay strong over 1 or 2 weeks. So I teach you inside my courses, called Transcending Systems, how to be aware of each strength of each area of your body and how to bulletproof it, and how to maintain your flexibility, your strength, and your body composition for life. I don't care if you're 40, I don't care if you're 50, especially if you haven't let it go already. I can show you how to keep it. If you have let it go, I'm not a physical therapist or licensed person, do this at your own risk. But I'm going to share what I know about how almost everything is reversible. The sauna smell kind of ass. I need to clean it. I need to clean the sauna. Today, the sauna didn't work. The sauna didn't work today. We'll try again another day. And that's it. That's how you do the 30-minute body. Today, it smells like ass in here. Need to clean this. All right, now let's save face and turn that mishap into a valuable piece of insight and content. You know, we all get our best ideas in the shower. Why aren't you vlogging in the shower, baby? What's wrong with you? So the specific advice is to be like Gunsmoke. If you're running your business, the highest leverage point is, yes, your awareness and everything like that. But when it comes to strategy, what happened here? I did the sauna 2 weeks ago and I didn't clean it. So that's why organizing to the point where you're ready to run your business and your life and your environment is, for me, an utmost priority. The more I get better in business, okay? So creating content and telling stories is another utmost priority, because as human, as humans, we share value through stories. You know, the stories get passed down. That's what stays in our mind. That's what enters our subconscious. So it's like, you know, check this out. So story/analogy is really how we explain value. Check this out. So you want to be like a gun. You want to be like a gun, and you need to, after you shoot, guess what an automatic gun does? It uses the ricochet of the power to reset for the next shot. Okay? You have to maybe manually set it the first time, but you know, if you're into guns, like the First and Second Amendment or whatever, look at your life and business. You know, in your job, oftentimes a lot of minimum wage jobs have you close up the shop at the end of the day until the new workers can come in and get to work. So if you have this habit of every day not resetting your work environment, it's going to catch up to you and make you less efficient. So again, how are you resetting every day? How can you reset today so that you can hit tomorrow where you don't lose anything, where everything is charged, where everything is clean? So I think, you know, to run a business, you need a lot of bandwidth. So to open that bandwidth, this is one of the skills, I believe, that makes your life a lot better. And that is something I'm working on. Do a deep clean today. I'm going to do it. And do it to not to the point where it's just okay. Do it to the point where you create one efficiency in your life that's going to, you know, affect you in the upcoming weeks. So the more long-term changes you can do that today. Whether that's throwing away all your colored t-shirts and sticking to one. Whether that's setting up a shoe rack closer to where you always use it. These add up. So someone with this awareness that stacks these up is going to get way more mental space to go and be productive, to go and produce more than they consume. So they're not bogged down at just resetting inefficiently and wasting all their energy. So that's the advice. Everything in its right place.